What's good, y'all, and welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Thank you guys once again for the continuous support on this series. It truly means the world to be able to play this game in front of you guys, as I always say, and as it being one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm excited to get back into it. I know we have a very eventful episode coming up here, so if you know, you know. If you don't know, well, now you will. So once again, thank you guys. We're going to keep it rolling as always, and let's get this started.
The rest of Task Force 141 brought in the ACS, Alan. 2 men took down an entire base. I ask much more from you now. Yesterday you were a soldier on the front lines, but today, front lines are history. Uniforms are relics. The war rages everywhere, and there will be casualties. This man, Makarov, is fighting his own war, and he has no rules, no boundaries. He doesn't flinch at torture, human trafficking, or genocide. He's not loyal to a flag or a country or any set of ideals. He trades blood for money. He's your new best friend. You don't want to know what it's cost already to put you next to him. It will cost you a piece of yourself. It will cost nothing compared to everything you'll save.
Here we go. This is a very controversial, a very eventful episode we got going on here, and it's kind of what changed Call of Duty forever, in a way. I mean, it made it a national headline, I think, so you guys will see.
Remember, no Russian.
It really is just crazy that Call of Duty would even go to this extent. That they would try, and I mean, they didn't try, they did do this, but I don't know, they would kind of push these boundaries in terms of what they can kind of get away with in this Call of Duty. And do I agree with it? No, but at the same time, I'm not saying that Call of Duty needs to bring this back, but I think Call of Duty has kind of missed out on this type of not opportunity, but almost their sense of not really caring as much about opinions. Like in the new Call of Duties, they make packs and they have all these things. I think there's an Easter egg in this one. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Is there not the Easter egg? There was an Easter egg that one of the other soldiers kind of comes for them. Maybe I'm wrong. Huh? Because there was an Easter egg in this that had. Oh, there he is. That's the Easter egg right there.
Let's go. Move up.
So that, I mean, so we'll play that Call of Duty, and that Call of Duty is in Modern Warfare 3. You guys will figure out more about Yuri. But yeah, he was in the other Call of Duty, and he kind of like he's a little cameo for the remastered version. He's definitely not in the OG version because Yuri wasn't even thought of when they made the OG 2009 version. But I think it's a little pretty good callback. I'm sure the soldiers kind of want the people. I'm definitely not in agreement with terrorism. But not the soldiers, the policemen, I guess. Just because if we don't, they'll probably shoot us, so we have to move on from the mission. But, no, this mission is just crazy. It definitely had sparked a lot of controversy within the Call of Duty community, within gaming in general, the whole gaming culture, the boundaries and what really, you know, what really can be pushed. But as you can see, they didn't really think about a lot of that when they were doing this. I mean, they do give you the option to skip this mission. I mean, it was the least they could do for a terrible a mission like this, I should say. But nonetheless, I mean, it's what Call of Duty used to do, if that makes sense. Not like, you know, every mission, every campaign wasn't like this, where they would have like missions like this, but they would always push the boundaries. In today's Call of Duties, they kind of stick to the script, if that makes sense, and I'm not in agreement with that. Now, I'm not saying they need to make missions like this. I'm not saying that at all. But Call of Duty's kind of lost their sense of identity when it comes to originality. Because yes, this is terrible. I didn't mean to do that, but
Check your weapons.
I mean, it is terrible, but it is original, if that makes sense. Nobody else would do this. They definitely don't have to push these types of.
Haven't we all?
I mean, they don't have to cross these type of lines to be able to be original, but I think you guys might be able to get understand what I'm getting at.
This way, let's go. Go.
But here, at least, we take a break from all the the killings, and I mean, well, we don't take a break from them, but at least the civilians.
FSB, take them out.
Wow, they shoot hard. Not hit him. At least we keep back to the Call of Duty content without having all the craziness go on, but yeah, like I said, it is a very controversial mission. I understand that, but I think it is a big part of Modern Warfare 2, and it's pivotal to this show within the campaign, because it kind of really shows you how evil Makarov is, and you know the leaps and bounds he's willing to push. Oh, I do have. I forgot I had new tubes. But I think, I mean, it also shows kind of the start of the war between Russia and the USA. It's definitely, like, you know, not a, I guess you could say it's a huge plot point if you leave it out. I mean, plot hole if you leave it out. I mean, you don't have to play the mission like I said, but you will miss out on, like, more of the storyline. Unfortunately, given the circumstances of what the mission actually entails. This was Call of Duty, and they weren't really afraid to push these, I'm trying to find a substitute for boundaries, but it's really the word that I'm connected to, but it is true. You know, Call of Duty did this all the time, where they would do very controversial missions. Definitely not to this extent, I would say. There's missions that push the boundaries that weren't this heinous and horrible in general, but that's just Call of Duty for you, you know. And I mean, another interesting thing about this mission as well is you're able to see the other side of.
Always clear.
Not just the good guys, you get to see the bad guys and what the bad guys really do.
Hold your fire.
Ну, шевелитесь, get in. We've sent a strong message to this attack, Makarov.
That was no message. This is a message.
And then the huge plot twist.
When they find
The American
body,
agent
all of Russia will cry
gets
for
shot,
war.
and now they will find the American's body, which pretty much starts everything. just crazy. It's a crazy mission just in general, but that as well is crazy. What starts the war?